There are two types of zones. Two. One, two. Only two that you and I live in each and every day. Sometimes we favor one over the other, and that has to do with something in the middle. It's called a threshold. What are these two zones that you and I live in each day? And how do they affect our acting career and our life? How? I'm about to tell you, so stay tuned. It's very important. So, these two zones. You know what a zone is, right? A zone is something that is an area, okay? It's zoned off, okay? So, but these two zones, you can't see them, but you can think about them. They contain faith and fear. They are influenced, rather, by faith and fear. And you can feel them. That's how you know they exist. It's sort of like the wind, okay? You can't see the wind, but you can see the effects of them, so you believe it's wind, which it is. So these two zones are very, very important if you want to succeed as an actor and have a long, fulfilling life. It's very powerful here, what I'm about to tell you, so take notes, all right? So the first zone is something that you are very familiar with, and so am I. It's called the comfort zone. The comfort zone. The comfort zone is a place where we are comfortable. It's known. The comfort zone is known, and in the comfort zone we have confidence because we know and what to expect, right? We know what to expect, and within the comfort zone we have our habits, we have our subconscious mind, we have our rituals every day, and we're very comfortable with this zone, right? It's a good zone. It really is. I have nothing against comfort, right? Because sometimes, admit it or not, you and I strive to be and to live and to inhabit in the comfort zone, don't we? Yeah. So the other zone, the other zone, sort of like Rod Sterling, the uncomfort zone. The uncomfort zone. Yes, the uncomfort zone is very uncomfortable, hence the word uncomfort zone, because it's unknown. And within that parameter, okay, there are doubts, there are fears, there is uncertainty. There's also excitement and challenge, okay? Because in order for us to grow from the comfort zone to the uncomfort zone, we have to make a choice. We have to make a choice. It's sort of like, I'm going to use this, all right, this example, all right? It's what comes to me, so I'm going to share it, all right? When a woman has a baby, okay, you know what she says? I've had enough. I love this kid. I want to see him or them, depending, and I can't take the pain anymore. Okay, it's been 9 months, all right? It's changed my entire life, all right? And the husband says, well, it's changed mine too. Oh, yeah? Really? So she shifts because of pain. Pain comes right down the middle. Pain is what divides the comfort zone from the uncomfort zone. And so, hence the baby is born, or babies are born, and then she is more comfortable, right? Because she has produced life. It's like acting, right? We give birth to a character. We do. We give birth to a character, we look at the script, we study the script, we memorize the script, and we practice, rehearsal. And eventually, we give birth on stage. We give birth in a film, okay, or in a voiceover. Acting is giving birth. Acting is life. Life is acting. It's producing. It's breathing in. Okay? It's breathing in life literally into the character, into the script. I say this with a great amount of respect in lieu of the example I used about giving birth. So, now in the uncomfort zone, there is the conscious mind. So let's break this down, and I'm going to give you examples so you can put this all together, okay? All right. In the comfort zone is zone. The comfort zone is known. All right? It's known. Okay? It provides confidence. It provides faith. It provides habits and rituals that we carry out because we've become comfortable with those things. When you go to a Starbucks, I pick on Starbucks a lot because they make you a star for a few bucks, and then you drink the coffee and eat the scone or whatever, and it's gone, and you know, that's it for your 5 minutes of fame. So within the comfort zone, there's the subconscious, our habits, okay? What we do repetitiously over time until it becomes consciously competent, okay? We know we know what to expect, and it's routine, right? However, you're an actor. I'm an actor. You're a producer. You're a writer. Whatever you're doing in the performing arts, if you want to be a good actor, a great actor, and get paid doing what you love to do, you have to step out of the comfort zone. You have to step out of the comfort zone, and outside of those parameters, there is the uncomfort zone. Uncomfort zone. It's unknown. Therefore, it's filled with challenges, doubts, and fears. But it's a great place to grow. In fact, you can't grow in the comfort zone. You can't, okay? Because your conscious mind is always striving to learn more, right? Okay? You know that. Because, for example, when you go to an audition, you consciously compare and contrast the characters with yourself, and you study the script. If it's a cold read, you get there early, you know, and you study it for like 15 minutes, usually give you about that much, and maybe 10 minutes. And then you go with what you know. You go with what you know. It's a cold read, okay? It's not warmed up. You don't know it. So it provides, in the uncomfort zone, it provides growth. And that's where your conscious mind is. Okay? So, and what separates us, again, I've got to say this, what separates us from the comfort zone of our lives, of our careers, and what separates us from the uncomfort zone where we're challenged and we learn is what we call pain. I've said this in a previous video. Pain. P-A-I-N. Persistent action is needed. Now, why is persistent action needed? Because the pain of remaining who you are conflicts with the pain of becoming who you could become, right? And when that pain gets so intense, you're living in the, here's some examples that you can actually apply to today's lesson. You get so, what's the word? You get so uncomfortable with how you're living, where you're living, the geographical area, that you have to do something. You hit a threshold of pain, and I'm sorry, but that's the way the human mind and humanity works, okay? Once we hit a certain threshold of pain where we can't grow anymore, and we're conscious of it, and we're displeased, and it's uncomfortable, that's the time the baby is born. That's the time where you grow, or you become stuck in the comfort zone. Imagine, if you will, comfort zone versus the uncomfort zone. Conflicting in pain between known and the unknown. Which one will you choose? I like the Twilight Zone. It's fun. So, pain is what separates you from growth. And pain is also what causes you to grow. Okay? If you don't have enough pain in your career, don't believe I'm saying this. If you don't you don't have enough pain, persistent action is needed. You are going to falter. You're going to get depressed, because progress is happiness. Isn't that right? Even today, you're watching this video, and I'm glad, and thank you so much, and please subscribe and like and share, okay? Thank you. But if you got something out of this, then you made some progress. You have that kick in your stomach, you know, male or female. You have that kick of a new birth, there's something moving down here, okay? All right, something moving down here, and it's called life. It's called passion. It's called birth pains, okay? Before I moved to New York, okay, to further my acting career, I would take long walks and reminisce and think about what I'm doing and go to the library and study about New York and try and prepare myself. And I was in Michigan, and it was weird because when I went for walks, the pain allowed me to be more conscious of what I needed to do. That's what pain does, okay? It puts you into some sort of action mindset. So I would look down a street and I would see these signs, you know, as you've seen them, dead end. And I thought, yep, that's where I'm at right now. I'm at a dead end, and I don't want to be here anymore, you know. And so the more I studied, the more I prepared, the more I sought out, seeking the possibilities of New York City, the more pain I felt of where I was in Michigan, okay? And so I had to do something because the birth pains were growing. And yes, of course, I was feeding the baby, okay? I was reading New York for Dummies, you know, the Dummies book. And I was just learning everything that I could possibly hold on to and grab onto about New York City. Everything. Not just the opportunities for acting, but where to live, how to live, where the local supermarkets were, and contacting people as much as I could, you know, online and on the phone. And finally, I gave birth. My brother took me to the airport. I went there. 3 days. 3 days. I wandered that area of the earth from New Jersey to New York, okay, looking for a place to live. So I had these addresses that I found, you know, for this room and this apartment and this and this and this. And within 1.5 to 2 days, I would say, a lot of walking. I have no idea how many miles I walked. And it was painful. But I found the treasure. I found the place in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And so I rented the place out. And I was exhausted, okay? Plus, I didn't know heads or tails about the subways. I didn't know the trains. But I found my way because I was seeking. The Bible says in Matthew 7:7, "Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. For everyone that seeks finds." So I was seeking. When you're seeking, you're focused, right? Because that line of pain that separates you from what you know and what you don't know, but what you want to know, okay, it causes you to be more conscious of where you have to go. I hope this makes sense. And so what zone are you in right now? Think about this. Think about this. Take the time, please, because you only have one life. Take the time and think about, what zone are you in right now? Are you in the comfort zone? Are you becoming so pregnant with your acting career that you have to move geographically, that you have to move away from a relationship that's causing you to be stunted in your growth, okay? Personal or professional? And you know it. You just know it instinctively. And the more you ignore the kick, okay? The more you ignore that kick of life in your stomach, that's where your soul is, by the way, the more irritated you get. And you try to put it off. And you try to be comfortable, and, you know, you adjust the way you sit, the way you talk and walk and things like that, and you try and, you know, gloss it over. Nah, I'll get a pizza. I'll do something. I'll go to the movies. And then you go to the movies and you realize, wait a minute, I should be on screen. What am I doing? I'm watching other people live their dreams and be happy and fulfilled. I know I could do that. I know I could play that role. So you can't even enjoy simple things anymore. It's because you are in pain. And you have to move. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, financially. You have to move from what you know to what you don't know. What the comfort zone is and what your uncomfort zone is. And in between, there's the pain. And trust me, you don't want to ignore it. Because if your dream to be a great actor, if your dream, okay, is there and it's making it known, follow it. Because and I've done this before in my youth, okay? If I ignore it, it's going to increase the pain, increase depression, increase being uncomfortable. It's going to make you a sourpuss, okay? It will destroy your life, which is odd, It's sort of like the pit of a peach. Where are you going, David? Okay, it's like you have a peach, okay, like the fruit, the peach. And there's a seed in there, of course. Within the seed that also gives life, it contains cyanide. Yeah, look it up. Isn't that weird? It contains poison, but it doesn't kill you, okay? So I use that as an example, right? You have the fruit, which is delicious if you happen to like peaches. And then you have the seed, which gives life to a peach tree. However, inside, there's a certain amount of cyanide in there. I think it's cyanide. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So a dream unfulfilled can destroy your life because you will have regrets at the end of your life. You don't want regrets at the end of your life. When is the end of your life? Heck if I know. I don't know. I wake up every day and I say, Lord, I'm awake. I'm alive. There's a reason to celebrate. You have something for me to do or something for me to finish. Okay, and if you're hearing this, you still have time. And so do I. So, a question for you for today. What comfort zone are you in? What uncomfort zone are you in? Are you sitting on the fence with your butt on the jagged parts of the fence and you're uncomfortable because it's painful? And you look over and you say, I know that side. That's my comfort zone. It doesn't satisfy me anymore. I've grown. I think it's time to give birth. You look over here and I don't know where that is. But I know I have to do it. I've got to do it. And people on the comfort side of the zone will do one of three things. One, they'll cheer you on. Go, go, go. Want to see you succeed. Follow your dream. Follow your passion. Right? Or, you know what? I wouldn't put my eggs in that basket. It might crack them. Don't do that. Nope, nope, nope. Well, I'm a well-wisher, and I'm trying to look out for you. Okay. And then you have number 3, which is really strange people, bizarre people. They don't say anything. When you switch over to your dream from the comfort zone to the uncomfort zone, you will understand the true character of individuals in your life, including yourself, okay? They will be tested, you will be tested. But isn't that about growth, okay? Any woman out there would understand, I appreciate the fact that you give birth. I don't know what that feels like, but I do know this. Your dream has a birth time. It does. Could be 9 months, could be 6 months, could be 1 month. It depends how much you realize that you're in pain and you have to give birth to this bouncing baby Broadway boy or bouncing baby Broadway girl, okay? Speaking in New York terms, But yeah, examine what you really, really want today. Examine what you really, really want today. That's all I have to say. I hope this makes sense. If you got anything out of it, leave me, this has been on my mind for a few days, leave me a comment below, please. And subscribe, like, and share. If you need a coach, I'm a coach, okay? Certified life coach with Tony Robbins and an acting coach, of course. davidthompsoncoaching.co, davidthompsoncoaching.co. Sign up for my free 45-minute coaching consultation. We'll get together and we'll figure out where you are, what comfort zone, what uncomfort zone, what zone you're in, okay? And what you want to do about it, okay? Remember this. Making no decision at all is still making a decision. It is. So you might as well make a decision. I myself would rather make mistakes and learn from them than do nothing at all. Because life is doing. Acting is movement. Acting is acting on your life. Okay? All right then. So, that's it. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy your day. It's a gift.